Good morning, peeps. This is Michelle with Fanny Jack Soap, and I'm just giving you an update. 24 hours, well, basic's 48 hours, but this is 24 hours for this one. And I wanted to show you the difference between doing the base, or excuse me, the topping right, and the one where you can't get it right because you either hand mixed it or your mixer that you're using burnt out during the end process of finishing up the frosting, which is what happened to me. Anyways, when you're making this frosting gets really stiff. It's stiff and it's thick. That man, it'll kill a hand mixer, especially if you're using one of those cheap ones that you buy from Walmart that's under $6. Those are good temporary, but if you're going to make this icing and you want to make this, you want to use a good mixer. So you may want to invest in a KitchenAid if you really want to, have these type of bath bombs, all the time, because you need the power of the mixer to mix that powdered sugar and all those other ingredients together to get to the right consistency. So there is two different type of consistencies that are here on this little thing, the right consistency, and then the one where I was almost there and my mixer decided to start smoking and burn out. Okay, so the first one is this one. So let me get it. Hold on. Sorry, I didn't put my finger there. So we have these ones back here. These ones were made when the frosting was perfect. You see how uniform it is, how it stands up. Well, that is how it's supposed to look. This one is when the poor thing was dying. Let me see if I can get it. Oops, sorry. When the poor machine was burning out and I was trying to push that sucker to the end. This is how it turned out. So it's flat. It kind of flowed over. It's not the best, but it's still cute. So it's still usable. As you can see, this cupcake, well, yeah. It has problems. These are 24 hours later. And let me just tell you, do not try to pick it up with the topping. I did. And I don't know what I was thinking about. So it disconnected. So anyways, to fix this, this is an easy fix. You melt some cocoa butter. And not completely where it's liquefied. You soften cocoa butter where it's still solid, but soften, and you would just apply a dollop, not a huge dollop, but a nice, bit underneath the frosting or on top. I always just put it on top, and then I put the lid back on or the topping back on, and I let it sit there, and I let it sit for 24 hours, and after that it's solidified and the top is on there. And the good part is it gives that person who purchased that cupcake an extra incentive because it added moisturization to it or more. So anyways, that is a different consistency for this. This is the hot pink sugar, and that one back there is the pink velvet. These are embeds, these are glycerin, and I put sprinkles, sugar sprinkles and glitter. You can see the glittering. But that's it. This recipe is simple. It's not hard. It's 3 tablespoons of water, which could be distilled water or the filtered water, whatever water you want to use. You also add 2.5 tablespoons of powdered meringue powder, which you get in the bakery section at Michael's or at, and it's in the cake decorating section, not bakery, excuse me, the cake decorating section at Walmart or at Michael's. It comes in 3 different cans at Michael's. You get a 4 ounce, 8 ounce, or a 16. Or you can go online and you can just order it. Whichever is easiest for you or most cost effective. With me it was Michael's because I had a 40% off coupon. I used it and got another one. Also uses 1.5 tablespoons of cream of tartar. 2 tablespoons or 3 tablespoons of SLSA, whichever you want to use it. Just it's your preference if you want lots and lots of bubbles from the top. I put it throughout the whole thing. The base of these also have SLSA in them so they can bubble. And when you're mixing it, You want to add, so basically it's like this. If you're making this and you don't want just plain white tops, for me, I like the white tops. I don't fragrance these, and I don't put color, because when I make them, I need to make a lot. And they're pretty when they have frosted tops, don't get me wrong. Next time, I'll probably frost them if I'm only doing one fragrance and I have a lot. But, you know, white is great. Excuse me. It works for me. But you can frost them. So basically, when you're mixing it, if you want to add color and fragrance, you will add it before you put the powdered sugar in. Because once you add the powdered sugar, that stuff is thick. It flies everywhere. So you have to be really, you know, conscious of what you're doing. But then you would add your fragrance, and your fragrance is based on how much you're going to use. So if you're going to use a pound of powdered sugar, you want to just reference within, you know, the allotment. I'm not sure, because again, I don't fragrance the top. So that's up to you, or you can fragrance to your liking, or however. Again, this is going to be dispensed in a big old bathtub, so you know, you may want to go a little bit more heavy, or you may not, it just depends. And then you add the pound of powdered sugar, not all at once, because it will fly around, because you know powdered sugar, like poof. But you'll want to add it in there as you're mixing. I use about a cup or two at a time. I get in there. If it's too thick before I get that full pound, you want to put the full pound in there. If it's thick, add a little bit of water to thin it out. And then keep mixing, get the 1 pound in there. If it's too thick, again, add some more water, mix it. You'll know the consistency. Like I said, you'll want to, after you put your pound in, you'll want to check the consistency to see if they'll kind of hold up in stiff peaks. You can tell if it's too thick. If it's too thin, it'll spread really fast. So if it spreads very slow, or the peaks are slow to go down, then you're ready. Then you can stop putting your piping back and get ready to pipe. But I just wanted to show you the difference between enough powdered sugar and not enough, and a good mixer, and when the mixer is good, and then when it starts to go bad. And if you have to hand mix it, you'll get where it won't be peak. It'll be a lot shorter. I don't know if you can see, compared to the other ones, they're not as tall. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'm sorry this is so long, but I'll talk to you later, and happy soaping.